Welcome back to another segment of Dishin' on Daytime. I'm here with Chef Emily Lonigan, Director of Community Education at the Niagara Falls Culinary Institute. What will we be cooking today?
We're making one of my favorite and most easy soups. Very little cutting, very little chopping, and the most delicious thing at the end.
You said easy and soup, two of my favorite things.
I really try to make it easy for you.
Okay.
So first, I'm going to have you use some of your newfound knife skills.
That's right.
I'm going to have you cut this pepper in half. I'm going to have you cut this poblano in half, these tomatoes, and this onion.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'll show you in here is halves of 12 tomatoes, 3 poblano peppers, 3 bell peppers, and 2 onions. All of this is going to get tossed together, big chunks, not a lot of cutting. That's great. And we're going to add a couple pinches of salt, a little bit of pepper. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of dark chili powder, little spice. If your family is not a spice family, you can add less. If your family is very spicy, you could add a little cayenne. I've got some garlic powder here. You can just chuck that in the bowl as we're going.
Okay.
Doing great. A little bit of cumin as well. And if you don't have all of these separate ingredients, I'll tell you a little secret. Quick Taco packet does the exact same thing.
Ah,
So if you've got some taco seasonings and vegetables, no hard shells, we got a thing just for you. So to this, all this seasoning and everything, I'm going to reach over you here real quick and grab just a little bit of oil. I'm going to drizzle this all over these vegetables just so we get some nice flavor carrying through all of the vegetables. That oil will carry the flavor of the seasonings throughout all the vegetables, so everything is going to taste nice and coherent. While I'm doing this, I'm going to give this a little toss like this. This is a fun thing to do with your kids. This is a fun thing. Doing great so far. See how this is all getting coated with this nice spice mixture? Smells good already.
And those are all spices that you definitely have.
Yes, absolutely.
In your pantry.
And if you like a different thing, if your family's not a cumin family, if you want to stick with like garlic and chili powder, that's totally doable as well. So I'll just take that in half. Okay. Perfect. Fantastic. You're really getting good at this.
Thank you. My cutting skills are getting up there.
She's one of my star students now that we've been doing this. So we can just chuck this in here. You can separate the little things a little bit too.
Okay.
I have an oven set to 400 degrees. And we're just going to roast these vegetables until they're nice and golden brown. So these just go on here. Doesn't matter if they're stacked on top of each other. These will all get soft.
Roasting.
Yes, and roast together really, really nicely.
I wish you guys could smell how much flavor is on
It smells bonkers already, and we're not even cooking. So this goes in to your oven 400 degrees for about 30 minutes, okay?
Only 30 minutes, nice.
Only 30 minutes, till they're golden brown. Look a little roasty, smell delicious.
Okay.
And now, this is what they look like when they're done.
Yeah.
So you've got all these gorgeous roasted vegetables. You can smell all that seasoning and the oil and everything.
Yes.
These look amazing. All we're gonna do is add this to a quart of chicken stock, which we've got over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring this over here. And so we're just gonna put this right in here. Please be careful, it can be warm. We're gonna get all these vegetables just right into this pot. Good job.
I'm a helper.
She's a helper, she's the best helper. And then we're gonna use one of my favorite tools of the kitchen. Do you know what this is?
Pureer.
Immersion blender, correct.
Right.
It's called an immersion blender. Because this gets immersed in your ingredients and then it blends. So I'm gonna put you over here.
Okay.
And you're gonna blend this up. And while we're doing this,
We're off to a great start.
we're off to a great start. Oh, great. There you go.
Oh!
So that's gonna blend that all up together. And to make it really thick and nice and taste like, say, like chicken fajitas, we're just going to rip up some corn tortillas.
Okay.
Uncooked, out of the package. We're gonna bust these up.
No question. If you don't have one of these fancy schmancy gadgets,
Good question.
can I just throw it in my blender?
You absolutely can throw it in your blender. You can throw it in your food processor. If you like it chunky, you can leave it chunkier. You could certainly cut all the vegetables up a little bit more if you like a less pureed soup, and then keep them in chunks like that.
Okay.
So to thicken it up, I'm just gonna throw these tortillas in. We're gonna blend this up with everything else.
Ah, I see what you're doing there.
So this, gluten-free. You don't have to add any flour or cornstarch or anything to thicken with the corn tortillas. This is perfect.
There you go.
And I'll show you, you did a great job. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
Okay.
So we've got a pot over here, nice and boiling hot. This is really, really nice and thick. And you can leave this as this is, and this will be vegetarian if you use vegetable broth. If you use chicken broth, it won't be. But what I like to do, I've demeated a rotisserie chicken. So this is just gonna go directly in here. I love a chicken fajita, like that, all of that sort of flavor profile.
Gotta get the protein.
Yep, so I'm just gonna mix this up so that chicken gets nice and warm. And then I'll dish some out for you and you can taste it.
Okay, my favorite part.
And then you can top it with whatever you want to top on top
Got
of.
some cheese and some, is this cilantro?
Yeah, it is cilantro. Yeah, anything you would put on a taco would be
Okay.
delicious on this.
Alrighty, going in with some cheese because I love some cheese.
Yes, absolutely.
Very hefty.
Yes.
And a little bit of cilantro.
Perfect. Here's your spoon.
Thank you.
Try what we made together today.
I did a lot of work for this.
At least 3 chops.
So yummy.
Right? And the tortillas really thicken it up nicely. It gives you that good corn flavor without having to add like Fritos or anything on top.
What's wrong with Frito?
Just a little healthier. Just a little healthier.
So good. But guess what, guys? You can try making this recipe on your own. We've got the recipe over on our website. Thank you so much, Emily.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure.
Okay, I'm gonna keep eating. For a look at today's recipe, just head over to daytimebuffalo.com and find the recipe tab on the top. And you can learn more about the Niagara Falls Culinary Institute by heading over to their website at niagaracc.suny.edu/NFCI.